Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I heard you. I said, mm-hmm. You okay? I got no
And we
clue.
welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Ooh, good
And he'll
hit.
make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. The 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant, 77 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Throwing is locked. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shumley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position. I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back. Flooding the passing lanes. Prescott from the gun. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Monday. Tempo.
From the 50, it's Love. Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun. Watch twist. 674. Watch the run. Go ahead.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Looking deep for Hilton. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
12.
They snap it to Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let it roll. 1, 6 through 7, 100. 1, 6 through 7, 100.
Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You're right. 11. Hey. You got 3. You got 7. 290. 12.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. A spin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They run with Hines. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's Hines. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And an alley to run. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
This is Hines. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert, alert. Hey, easy. 11. Reggie. Go ahead.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sean Lee in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Luck now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Done. There you go. All right, hey. Done. Go. Get out there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
12. Five, 622. Monday.
After the interception, it's Love. Steps away to his left, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now it's Hines, and they'll get him down right around the 16. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun. 11Z. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Color.
Here's Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That would carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Start that way. Over here. Start there. Here we go. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Prescott. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Luck on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12.
Now it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past.
Get out my box, boy. Get out my box.
Before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hot, hot. 11Z. Back out. 190. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Here's Luck. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. So
Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun, it's Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of
Okay, I'm about to shut you down now because that's all you got.
Let's talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this
not today, bro. Not today.
Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Come on, you on the clock, bro.
At a 1st down.
4th quarter right now.
Did you see that route the way that I did?
Let's get this pick. Throw this pick for me.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
All right, 4th quarter. Let's go. Money time.
On EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
You can put that run thing in your pocket, bro. You ain't running it. Come on.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Can't run. You can't run, bro. You got that one little 12-yard run. That was your best thing.
The pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott from the gun.
Ooh, I think he's going there. You can't help but to go to him.
This time he's able to take it down to the 42.
You can't help it.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath. Elliott.
Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
Line here. It'll be a gain of 9. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Tick-tock.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott yet again. And he's going to
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Near the 26.
I knew it.
These guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Keep right. 11Z. Go ahead.
You're going to cover short or deep? You know I'm going to take it short.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come on, Luck.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
12.
You got a little blitz coming, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's okay. You got a blitz coming. I know it's coming.
From the 50, it's Long.
Oh, he went right by. Oh.
That's Grant.
Went through it right through him, it looked like it. I knew that blitz was coming, though.
Put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Luck now perfect since the second half started.
I try not to call that play a lot, man, but y'all guys like sitting in cover 3, so you get what you got coming to you. You know T.Y. Hilton about to torch you, right?
Throwing again is Luck. Flush to his right. And
slide.
To run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You know that defense is moving a little differently. Come on. Oh, come on. Hey, get that first.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks.
He
It'll
ain't
be
get,
third
he
and
ain't
about a
getting
foot
nothing
or
really,
two.
man. Shoot.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far.
Oh, he's spreading
They're
him out.
looking at
Hit
third
that.
and a few
Let's see
inches.
if I can hit that middle. See if I can get that middle on him. See if I can. Come on, Doyle. Come on, Doyle. Come on. Hit it, Doyle.
They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding.
Andrew.
Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Adam Mentor, you can win the game from here, bro.
I think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing on third down, Luck.
Oh, good thing.
He'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
He's covered too, though.
Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Switch and 8. 46. Go, get out there. Where you at?
Trying to shake off the interception. No look to throw.
Gotta pick that off, bro.
Is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
46.
Now Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Good one.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 39 on third.
Let's go with this one. The sun will come out tomorrow.
So
At your bottom dollar that tomorrow
now for 1st and 10.
there'll be sun. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow.
Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Prescott down. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22. Losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Hesitation.
3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Let's see. Let's go with that one. Ooh, empty.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Throwing. Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken
brother.
Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer, and they put themselves in a great spot.
I got a lucky one. Got a lucky one. Got a lucky one.
A little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Here we go, 46.
He's back to throw.
Ooh, I think it.
A crusher there as it's
Stay on your feet, man. Stay on your feet, bro.
Snags it for the
Could have took that for a point.
Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches
game,
look at it
Good
similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use it all the way.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for...
Yeah, I was finishing a game. About to advance now.
Division.